Hello and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide and the first video from a road trip that I'm going to be doing around Belgium, France and Germany. It's quite funny how this trip has all come around. I've got an annual pass to Disneyland Paris. I thought, you know what, I'm going to drive to Disneyland Paris, spend a few days there and go to Parc Asterix and a big fun fair in Paris as well. So I thought, fair enough, I'm going to do that. And then I looked more into it and thought, actually, I've got a Europa Park annual pass as well. So then I looked at driving down to Europa Park, and then I thought, hang on a minute, if I'm taking the car over, I may as well go and do a few parks in between and get to some places what I've never been to before. So it's actually ended up being quite a long trip. In fact, I don't know quite how long at this moment in time. I don't know when I'm coming back from this trip. I've literally come out here on the ferry and yeah, got a bit of an open return. I can sort of go back whenever I'm done, really. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Obviously I'll be back before the US road trip, but this will be great because there'll be lots of videos coming up now that'll take us through the end of May all the way through the first part of June before the videos start coming on from the USA road trip that me and Alex are starting in just a couple of weeks time. So yeah, very excited. I'm going to be visiting quite a few parks that I've never been to before, and also some that I have done, some favourites like Disneyland Paris, Europa Park, Asterix I've not been to since 2014, and yeah, I've got my cap on today because I'm here in the sunshine at my first park of the trip, which is Bellewaerde. I've never been here before. I know quite a few people who have, and it looks like quite a nice park. It does look like it's going to be quite busy today. Lots and lots of school trips, but I'm looking forward to it. All new for me here. First reactions to getting on everything here. We've got the GoPro. I know we're allowed to film on the rides because I've contacted the park. And yeah, welcome to the first vlog from this bit of a random last minute road trip. It was started off, it was just going to be a 2-part trip. It's now ended up, it could be 8, 9, maybe more parks. We'll see what happens, but here we go. Welcome to Bellewaerde, and here's the mascot here. Look at this. Hello there. This is quite cool. So the park's just opened about 10 minutes ago. I've just parked up, €8 for car parking. And look at this, the mascot's out down the bottom. I love it. Yeah, it's going to be quite busy by the looks of it. But yeah, it looks like quite a picturesque park, lots of different themed areas and lots of new coasters and other rides to get on. Welcome to the vlog from Bellewaerde here in Belgium. Right then, so I'm inside the park, and I must say, first impressions, this place looks really cute. I mean, I love the positioning of that chair swing over there, all the colours on it, and the fact that you've got the trees surrounding it. You've got an information board there, very nicely presented park it seems. And then here's a look at the park map. We can see we've got a lake over there to the left-hand side. I'm currently down here at the entrance, and you can see all the different themed areas. I love this. We've got Canada, India, Kids Park, Savannah, I assume that's like the savannah, is it? Jungle, Far West and Mexico. So yeah, lots of different themed areas to see. I don't know much about this park at all, so I'm really excited. I know what they've got roller coaster wise, but I'm not too sure on the other things, so it's all going to be one big surprise. So bring it on. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube, check it out. Right, let's go and have a look. Shall we go left or right? I think right. Let's go down this way and start off. It's really quiet down this end of the park. There's hardly anybody on this path. And yeah, much like Flamingo Land and Chessington World of Adventures back in the UK, and also a few other parks around, there's got animals here. It's a mix between theme park and animals. There you can see we've got a giraffe. There's a few zebra up there. Yeah, like very, very picturesque. Look at these. Oh wow, hello, you're on the video now. Yeah. Pelicans. Nice waterfall, got some nice audio on the go. Oh, an advert for Halloween up there. Wow. Very, very nice. Okay then, welcome to Mexico. I must say, first impressions, I've been in the park 10 minutes, walking down through the different areas and seeing the landscaping, the theming, how it's presented. I really do like it. Very, very nice. Now there's 4 different roller coasters for me to get on here today. All of them brand new credits, because of course I've never been here before. The park itself actually dates back to 1954, so it is actually quite an old park. Look at that breakdance. Oh, I like that, how that's all themed up. Oh, I've never seen one like that before. Al Toro, there we go. Building me up for the Al Toro wooden roller coaster that I'm going to be riding at Six Flags Great Adventure in a few weeks. Can't wait for that. But yeah, out of the 4 coasters, I believe 2 of them are down here in this Mexican area. And first up, we've got Huracan just over here. Very heavily themed. I do like how the track comes out of the building up there at the top. It's got some indoor sections as well. Yeah, this looks really interesting. Gonna go and, oh, here it comes. Gonna go and start off on this one. Nice family coaster. I remember actually following the construction of this actually. I'm thinking, oh, I'd like to go and ride it one day. Well, here I am. So let's go and join the queue. Right then, here we go. I'm on the back row of Huracan. It's a Zero Force that opened in 2013. Oh, look at this. I'm not too sure how well you're going to hear it, but it's also got onboard audio. Here we go. Love that indoor section. Laser action. It's very dark in here, but we've got some lasers. They're not picking up that great on the camera. Well, that was a nice start to the day. That certainly exceeded expectations. Great family coaster, and I love the fact it's got a lot of indoor sections. The majority of the ride is indoors. You've got all that queue line that's heavily themed, the station, which is really nice, and it's like one big show, that ride, with all the lighting effects, the onboard audio. It's the complete package, a full experience, and that's something that I really like when I go on a theme park ride. It's just so weird because, like I say, watching that being built but not coming straight out to ride it, it's strange thinking I was following the construction quite a lot, and then finally all these years later I've come out here and had a go on it. But that really exceeded expectations. Really good family coaster. Waited 10 minutes for it. It was running 2 trains. The good thing is it's got that large indoor section before you even climb the lift hill, so it means that it can easily run 2 trains without them having to stack, or with minimal stacking anyway on the brake run, because nobody likes waiting about for ages, especially on a ride where you've got onboard audio. You kind of want to be coming straight back into the station and not waiting there for too long. Some good laser effects in there, some really nice theming, and the building itself, after doing a bit of research, it actually used to be a dark ride, and then they used that building and put the coaster in it. So I like how they've kind of kept some of the dark ride style elements but made it a roller coaster, because that first section where you're meandering around all the scenes is really good. It reminds me a little bit of the Dragon Coaster at Legoland Windsor, how you go around quite slow, look at some heavily themed rooms, and then make your way up the lift hill and around the rest of the ride. But a good start to the day. 1 cred down, 3 to go, and a lot of other rides it seems as well. I'll come back and do the flats later, water rides. You know what I'm like, the priority is getting on the coasters first. And yeah, up next, going on this Vekoma Boomerang just over here. So let's go and have a look at this one. Here I am then, in the queue for Boomerang, which is the park's Vekoma Boomerang. Not a very invented name, but I'll let it off because it's actually quite a special one, this. It opened in 1984, and it was actually the first ever Vekoma Boomerang to open to the public. Here it comes through the loop. There's a lot of these rides out there all around the world, and I still think they offer a good, thrilling experience, especially on the backwards section that you'll see in a moment. Of course, we'll take you on ride with the GoPro. But yeah, like, I'm having to wait a little bit for this one. It's got a bit of a queue. But I don't mind, I'll let it off. There we are, here's the queue. What's that, maybe 2 or 3 trains? Yeah, I'll let it off because at the end of the day, it was the first one to open to the public. It wasn't the first one to actually be built, but it was the first one to open with the public to go on it. So there was another one that was built but didn't open in time, whereas this one did. So yeah, let's go and have a ride. It's got quite a nice themed station to it. I like how it's all in the trees just here. So let's go on. Boomerang. That was riding too bad, to be honest. Exactly what I'd expect from a 1984 Vekoma Boomerang, if not a little bit smoother than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. It was alright, that, and there was a really nice couple there as well. They were walking down to the front row and they saw that I had the GoPro and they said, oh, do you want to go on the front row so you can get some better footage? How kind of them was that? So yeah, that was really nice of them. I did tell them about the channel, so hi out there to you if you are watching. But yeah, thank you so much. Like, you know, row 2 would have been fine. I could have still got some great footage. But obviously when you're at the front, it's even better, isn't it? Oh, here we are. I think these want to be in the video. Here we are. Yeah! Oh, worldwide on YouTube. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. Have a good day. It's theme park worldwide. You guys check it out. Hey! Have a good time at Bellewaerde. Enjoy. Love it. Yeah, they were so friendly, they were. These are friendly as well, aren't they? Really friendly. Everyone's just staring at me now whilst I'm vlogging. Up next, I'm going on this little Zero Tivoli coaster just over here. How many subscribers? We're on nearly 180,000 now, so let me turn this off and I will tell you the channel.
Follow me on Instagram.
Somehow I think that's going to be happening quite a lot throughout this trip, especially when I'm on my own in a park and they just see me there vlogging and they're thinking, what is he doing? But there you go. Hi out there to you all if you found the channel. They were friendly, weren't they? Like I said just then, I'm going on a little junior coaster now. I'm going to try and pronounce it because I know you all like me trying to pronounce these things. Kevaban Coconel. There we are. Don't know if I've said it right. Probably not. But here we go. Let's go and have a ride on here. Yeah, it's like school trip overload here today. But I only waited 10 minutes for the Boomerang. 2 cycles. I've gone back to Wales and gone to Oakwood, because that was just like Treetops Coaster. The same layout. I mean, quite a lot of them Zero Tivoli coasters, they are the same layout, and they're just cloned all the way around. It's a bit like the Vekoma Boomerangs, really. But yeah, it was a good ride. Opened in 1981, that. You could tell as well, actually, it was one of the rougher ones of those that have been on, especially at the bottom of the second drop. You could really feel the train shake quite a lot there. But you know, it's good little family coasters, aren't they, really, for a park? I much prefer the Zero Force coaster, Huracan, that I went on first here. But yeah, there we go, 3 coasters down, 1 more to go, and it's at the other end of the park. So I've just walked past a couple of rides that look interesting down there. However, I'm going to give them a miss for now, head down this end, and then come back to those later. But I must say, really impressed so far with what I've seen here. Operations seem quite consistent as well, yes, which is good. Yes, good operations. Yes. Yeah. Honestly, it's like just full of school kids here today. School trip season is kicking in. You know, good operations, nice theming, it's well looked after. Yeah, lots of different rides. There's quite a bit to see. I think there's like a rapids, a log flume, a few different water rides to try out. So I don't know, I've not done much research, to be honest. Quite like to come in with a bit of a mystery sometimes. I like to know the coasters that I'm riding, then everything else just sort of comes along with it, really. But yeah, this is very pretty. I'll spin you around. Yeah, just like all the grass and everything's all cut nicely and well presented. I know people are probably watching this thinking, that should be what's done in every park. Well, I completely agree with you, it should be. However, unfortunately, it's not, because a lot of parks, especially in the UK, presentation isn't great, which is a shame. That looks a bit of a spooky building down there. Not too sure. I don't know where I'm going. I was following some signs towards Dawson Duel, so I'm not sure which way it is. I think it could be down this way somewhere. I don't know. Let's follow the path and find out. It's a mystery. Wait, here it is, Dawson Duel. I've been looking forward to this one a lot. Must say, it's quite a big park. It's a much bigger theme park than what I was anticipating. And yeah, here it is. This is actually the newest roller coaster to open here at the park, and yeah, something a little bit different to having a theme park. There's a few out there with them, but it's a weekend. It's one of those alpine coasters, but this is a bit different because it's not on a hill, which is interesting. Like, you go up some sort of tower, I believe, and then it just runs down from there, and as you can see, it's on all these supports, which is really different because normally, like I say, it'd be very fit into the terrain, and it'd just go down a slope. So yeah, this looks really interesting. 2 different tracks on this as well, so got to try out both of them. I believe with this it's a bit different though. It doesn't actually have braking controlled by the rider. It's all done automatic, so I'm not too sure on that. I don't know how it's going to ride at all. I don't know where the entrance is, to be honest. It's around here somewhere. There's the track. I don't know, maybe is it left just here? No, that's for the pirate ship, I think. I don't know. Hey, theme park worldwide on YouTube. All this interaction today. It's got to be like vlog of the year for interaction. Yeah, it must be round this way to the left, I'm guessing. Right then, here we are, Dawson Duel. The entrance was just round the side of that pirate ship. I turned the camera off and then I saw it just there, which is quite funny. 5-minute wait, and it's got a baggage storage, this one here. I assume it's a free facility, but there you go, yeah, no luggage is allowed. Obviously the chest-mounted GoPro will be fine because it's a secure item, but yeah, you're not allowed to take anything with you. You've got to use this baggage hold, which is what I'll do now. So I'll see you on the ride. Swapped over onto the GoPro there now, ready for some on-ride footage. Just thought I'd show you walking up the queue line here so you can get a bit of an idea of how it's all put together. So yeah, like I say, you'd normally start at the top of a hill, or you'd maybe be at the bottom, and then you go up a lift hill, which would then bring you down through all the different curves and drops. Whereas yeah, with this, we're actually climbing up these steps now. Got up all them ramps. Now we're going up the steps to get up to the start of it here. Really interesting. Looking forward to giving this a ride. Only opened in 2017, it's only a couple of years old. It's another one that I watched the build of, actually. So yeah, it's going to be quite weird riding this. Looking forward to it though. I've heard mixed reviews. I bet it costs just as much money for them to build the queue line as it did the actual ride system itself. This is absolutely crazy. The fact we're on ground level, we've just gone up loads of ramps and steps. Still got all this to go yet, following this round. And then up there to the top of that tower, which is the onload point. And obviously this is where it brings the bobsleds back up this lift hill, ready to put people on again. I think they could probably design this better and have you load down the bottom there. However, you do get to appreciate all of these views a bit more up here in the queue line. Oh, another big water ride over there. I think there's 3 major water rides then, which is really good. That shows how many school trips there is. But I've not had to wait for things, which is really weird. 10-minute queues and stuff like is absolutely fine. Don't mind that at all. It's when you're waiting 30, 40 minutes, that's when your day goes quick. This gives you an idea of the area in Belgium. Not far off the French border. I stayed in France last night after I got the ferry over and then drove here this morning. Right, let's go. Oh, I'm tired now after that. There we go then, first ride on Dawson Duel. Don't quite know what to expect with this because it's weird not having a brake. Normally here you're having to pull up the brake on the corners and things, or try and avoid pulling up the brake, so to speak. With this it's all automatic, so let's see. Very slow start. Like how it's got a bit of audio around as well. Oh, I see, here's the other person coming down the side of me now. It's very, very controlled. Hey, there he is. Oh, it's picking up a bit of speed now. I mean, it's quite a relaxing ride. Oi. Well, I like that design for the interaction there. He passed over me, then I just passed him. Final corner. Through the finish line. Yeah, it's nothing special that. I can see what people mean. It's not great with the whole automatic braking, but I'll go and have a go and try the other side, I think. Oh, it's a right workout that, back at the top. Here's a look at some of the water park under construction there as well. See a lot more of it from on this side. Oh, that's very nice, doesn't it? I have to find out some more information on that. Let's go again, other side. Right, let's see what this has in store for us. On the other side just here. Oh, is that one dispatched yet? Oh no, I've got no Duel in action. I've got no Dawson Duel this time. Yeah. That's the whole object of the ride, isn't it? It's certainly very weird being on one of these and just not like seeing any land at the side of you here, like right next to you. Very strange. Ooh, feels like it's getting a bit faster on this side. A little bit, not much. Woo! It is relaxing through the trees though. It's just a shame that you've got to walk all the way up to it. Oh, this side is better. I do prefer it. Hey! Into the final corner. No one to race with, so I think I'm going to win this one. Finish! There we are. It's very smooth. It's still very enjoyable. But yeah, it's just not quite on the edge enough, is it? Not quite intense enough. And there we are. Nice easy job for this lady down here. Two different on-ride POVs there from Dawson Duel. It's a shame really that it's just braking way too much, especially on them corners. With it all being controlled, you'd think that they'd be able to let it have a bit more give on the corners and then slow it down afterwards if they need to, especially at the end with the braking system. But don't get me wrong, it's still a really good fun attraction, good family-friendly ride. You get some good views, it's quite relaxing, very smooth. It's got some audio around the track, you know, so it's got a lot of plus points. It just could be a lot better if it wasn't quite as controlled. But there we go, it's 11:45. So yeah, I've done all the different credits available. Time to try some different rides now. I'm not too sure about going on Camp Niagara yet though. There we are, the big water ride just here. Looks like you get absolutely dripping wet through on that, and the sun's just gone behind a cloud. So when I come back and do Dawson Duel later, I think I'll go on this one. But I am gonna have a go on Screaming Eagle, which is this tower just here. It's a Huss tower, this one. And again, I'm pretty sure it's the same model, or if not very, very similar, as the one at called Bounce at Oakwood in Wales, which is closed at the moment, but it is going to be reopening at some point later this year. So I look forward to that. Yeah, let's go on Screaming Eagle. Oh, I like the look of this. Feels like it's running really well as well. So yeah, time to try out some of the other rides now. This looks like I'll be on the next cycle actually. So yeah, I don't know, there's all them coaches, but I don't know where everybody is. Unless they're all in like the kids area or something over there. I'm not too sure. So yeah, now the creds are done, time to try out some other different attractions. And there's a really good train ride that I'm gonna have to go on as well that I've heard quite a lot about. Nicely themed in here. Welcome to Canada. Hey! Oh, no messing about on this. Screaming Eagle. Woo! Quite forceful, that. No airtime at the top, unfortunately. So I believe this is one of those drop and shot towers. So we slow down a bit now, and then it accelerates us back up to the top again, and then drops us down. Oh. Oh, that's not a nice noise, is it? There we are, get ready for the drop. Oh! Very controlled. That's like the theme of the last two rides, isn't it? I must say, Camp Niagara looks awesome over there. Really well themed. I'll definitely go on it later on. Wait for it to warm up even more. Got highs of 24 later. And that was Screaming Eagle. Yeah, it wasn't spectacular that either, unfortunately. Had some good views, especially over that whole Canada section of the park. But yeah, in terms of the actual forces on it, it wasn't amazing. The best part was that initial launch up the tower at the start. But yeah, don't get me wrong, it was okay. But it's not the best I've been on. I'm quite fussy when it comes to my drop and shot towers. Still much prefer an Intamin. I think Intamin provide the best of those. But yeah, anyway, time to try something a bit different now. I'm going on the Bengal Express, which is this famous train ride that I've heard a lot about. And you might think, oh, Bengal tigers, yeah, that's what it's all themed to and everything. But it's not just themed to that. I believe you actually go through the enclosure with the Bengal tigers on this train ride. So I don't really know exactly what to expect. I assume that it's got a window and stuff on it. It's just pulled in actually. So yeah, let's go on the Bengal Express and see what this has got in store for me today. I'm looking forward to this. It's one of the rides that I've heard a lot about from this park. So I don't know. Let's see what it's like. Bengal Express time. We go then on the Bengal Express. Obviously the doors here are very secure, and yeah, we're completely locked in, and we're actually entering the enclosure just here. Even the queue line for this attraction's got all proper fencing up there to make sure that nothing escapes. Here we are, can't see anything yet. Oh, there we are, look. All lying down over here. Oh wow. Some lions. We're actually in with them. Oh, they're all sleeping. This might be one to try again later on as well if I do have a chance. I'm sure I will do. What a unique ride, a full-on train going through here. Not bothered by it at all, are they? Just chilled out over there. I suppose they're used to it, aren't they? Trained to not have to worry about it, I suppose. And they all are. Obviously you can walk all next to these enclosures as well. You don't have to go on the train if you don't want to. Looks like we come back through this way anyway. I think we go through and then we'll turn around at some point, because the train did a turnaround in the station area before we got on. How unique is this? Never done anything like this before. Like the safari train. Some water about. I think we're looking for some tigers in here. Probably going to be sleeping somewhere. Yeah, can't see anything in this one, unfortunately. It's a shame. Maybe I have to go on it later on. If I do get time. It just looks like the animals are chilling out, to be honest. Didn't even see any of the Bengal tigers. Then we just turn around at that top section and looping round. I can imagine though, when all the animals are all about, it's a really good experience, especially how close they get. Here we are, look, he's up a bit now, look. Yeah, I can imagine when they're really close, walking about. I've seen a lot of people's photos and stuff before when they're like walking about just here or playing on the equipment just here on the tree trunks and stuff. So yeah, I can imagine it's an even better experience. It's still really good fun, the fact it takes you through, even seeing them in the distance, but obviously if the animals were a lot closer, it'd make it even better. Glad that I finally got on it though. Just such a unique system. I think because people know that I like trains, the fact that this has just been designed so differently, I really appreciate it. Hey, look at the cabin down there, how secure he's got to be in there. Normally it'd all be open, whereas that's designed, so obviously he's all protected in there as well. But yeah, there you are, Bengal Express. Shame we didn't really get much animal action. However, there's still time. There's still 5 hours left of the day to nip back later on. Yeah, that's definitely one of those rides that'll be a lot better when the animals come out to play. Maybe because it's so hot today as well, they just want to chill out, sunbathe and enjoy it. I don't blame them, to be honest. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far today. Gonna go back to the car and get some food. I've brought like loads of food over from the UK like on the ferry last night. So yeah, I'm gonna go back, have my sandwiches, come back in and start with some water rides. Oh, they're a bit crazy. All this interaction, what's going on? This rapids looks really good fun actually. You've got like the elephants that are squirting water over there. I don't know what they're shouting. We've got these fountains here as well and some massive water squirters down there. So I'll nip back to the car, get some food, come back in and we'll go on the rapids. Oh, that was a nice lunch, that was. And how much did it cost me? Absolutely nothing. There we are. I brought like loads of stuff in the car. That's the beauty of bringing a car over from the UK to visit these parks. But yes, I'm back in and it's time to go on the Bengal Rapid River. It's a Vekoma Rapids that opened in 1988. Just done a bit of research on that. I do like this map of the area just here. I'm not too sure how accurate it is. I'm saying that, I don't know. There's the elephants. Did I walk around there somewhere in that last clip? I'm not too sure. But you're just seeing a couple more shots of just how picturesque this park is. I really like it. I think it's a great park. I can't believe it's took me this long to get here, to be honest. It's really nice. It's exceeded all expectations so far. Maybe Dawson Duel, the only thing I was maybe hoping to be better. I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be amazing from what a lot of people have said. Like I said, when I was going up the queue line for it for that first ride, it's had a lot of mixed opinions. But yeah, overall, I'm impressed and I love a good rapids. It's nice to try a different one as well. Like there's not loads of Vekoma rapids out there. They're mostly Intamin. So yeah, like let's go on this and see what treats it's got in store. Hello. Right, let the fun begin on this rapids. Very different style boats. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. You might have seen them in a couple of the other vlogs that I've done from places before, but they're, like I say, very unique, these Vekoma rapids. The boat sort of is all like split up so water can actually come down the middle section here. Yeah, very different. Quite a gentle start, but it looks like a really long ride this actually, so I think it's going to rely quite a lot on its special effects. Hoping there's some waterfalls. I've not seen any anywhere, but I'm sure there will be somewhere. That's sort of like a staple thing to have on a rapids, isn't it really? And that's why it's such a shame that they turned off on the Congo River rapids back at Alton Towers at the moment. Shame about that. Yeah, a bit of a slow start to get us into it. On this rapids. Yeah, you just feel much more on edge knowing that the water can just come right through the middle like that. Little drop coming up. Yeah, quite an old rapids, 1988. Beautiful day for it. It's currently 21 degrees. Here we are. Woo! It's quite scary, isn't it? When you just see the boat like split in front of you and the water comes in. Here we go, picking up a bit of speed when we get around this corner, I think, by the looks of it. Oh, really fast. Here we go. Hey! Oh! Hey, waterfall action. Not ones that can get you wet though, but still, just nice effect at the side. Oh no! I hope that turns off. Oh! Oh blimey, look at that. That's how I feel, yeah. I assume that's going to turn off. There we go. That's a bit too much, isn't it? You don't want all that. That was funny. Bit of theming down here. Yeah, good long ride. That's back on. That's just a scare. But we do know that the other water effects later on do stay on, because we've seen those later in the ride. No, it's always great when you can film on ride at the parks. I know a lot of rapids you can, but just not Alton Towers. However, you know, a lot of rapids at parks you can film on them. Obviously coasters you can't, but it's great these parks that allow me to use the GoPro. Makes the vlogs a lot more enjoyable for you guys as well, actually seeing on the rides, which is always great. We're gonna dip down again now. 2.5 minutes in. Oh! Choppy seas ahead. Whoa! Oi! Oh, I got a little bit wet there, not too much, but. Oh! I don't think he's enjoying that, do you? Woo. Nice bit of water effects. These stay on. Oh! That's cold. Let's say the water does smell a little bit on this. It does have a bit of a stench to it. I see. We're coming round where them elephants are now. So obviously I did a bit of footage up there before I had my food. Yeah, so there's 2 of the water rides by the looks of it. Got a few flats to go on, quite a unique flat to try at some point. Dart rides as well. They've got a madhouse here. Need to go and have a ride on that. Watch out for the elephants. Jungle Cruise. Oh. But yeah, welcome to this first vlog in a long series. Like, there's going to be a lot of videos coming up. Wait. This trip just escalates. I've been looking on lunch about where I should go tomorrow, so I'll talk more about that later in the vlog. I've got a plan in place. I know where I'm driving. Literally, I'm just sort of booking hotels and stuff as I go with this one. Completely different to how I'd normally do a trip. I normally like it all planned out, but why not? It's nice to be a bit different. I think this is the end of the ride, just around this corner. Not the best rapids I've ever been on, and certainly not the worst. Just a good, consistent rapids, that was. Quite slow in some sections, but it had some really nice special effects. And the reason I'm just showing you that train again is because the tiger is now out. He's just laying up there, chilling out. Obviously, if you're on that train, you're going to see him quite close up. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to do that again later on. But just a word of warning for you all now. Crossing this fence is life-threatening. There we are, so make sure you do stay behind the fence. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm going to go and have a little ride on this madhouse, I think, now. It's just up this way. It's called Houdini, I think, or it might have a bit of a longer name. I know it's not got that in it. So yeah, let's go and have a look at this one. Vekoma Madhouse, I believe. And it looks quite nice from the outside, from pictures that I've seen. I love a good Vekoma Madhouse, so I'm looking forward to this one. I've not seen any on-ride footage from this before, so I don't really know what to expect, but I do enjoy a Vekoma Madhouse. I like dark rides, don't I? I'm a massive dark ride fan, so yeah, let's go in and see it. The outside kind of reminds me a little bit of Bellewaerde F-telling. That was the original version of these to open. It was the prototype Vekoma Madhouse, so yeah, let's go inside. I don't know if there's any pre-shows or anything. I assume there will be. We're about to find out.
Als kind al meester van het ongrijpbare was. Als ze de op de georganiseerde spektakel voor de stilte.
is one of the best madhouses I've ever been on. I loved the theme with that, something very different with all the illusions, and yes, the ride element is just pretty much the same on all of them, isn't it, with the sequencing. However, just the overall theme and everything with that was stunning. I really liked it. The pre-show built up the atmosphere, all based on Houdini with all the different illusions and tricks, and the pre-show was quite scary as well with the soundtrack. And when you got on the ride, it started off quite dark, and then as it got going, the music sort of changed tempo a bit, and yeah, it was a bit more happy. Honestly, that was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I wish that I spoke French so I could understand what was being said in the pre-show and on the ride, because there was quite a bit of talking on the ride, but that was really good. One of my favourite madhouses I've ever done that. I'd probably say that's my second favourite madhouse after Hex at Alton Towers. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Really good, dark theme. The whole building's nicely themed. Even the exit corridor looks really nice, and that gets bonus points from Hex, because Hex doesn't really have any theming after you come off the ride. But I was impressed with that. And tell you who else liked it. This little guy down here. How you doing? Just watching me vlog here on the channel. Theme park worldwide. Just check it out. Anyway, let's carry on with this water ride session. Gonna head over to the other end of the park and go and do this log flume now. I think there's some sort of water boat ride down here as well, so we'll have a look at that. Oh no, there's goats. There's goats. Charlotte. Oh no, Charlotte's gonna kill me. Go park worldwide. Oh no. Luckily you can't go in with them. I'd make it even worse. She'd kill me. Here we go, look, bit of goat action. Hello! I'll just be Charlotte for a minute. Hello, goats, as she does. Oh, look at them all. Just chilling out, enjoying the sunshine. Yeah, you can't feed or touch the animals. Oh, they're very chill, aren't they? I've got to get a photo and send that straight to Charlotte. Here we are then on Jungle Mission. Nice and close there to those pink flamingos. And no, they're not animatronics, they are real. Yeah. No, we're gonna get some real animals on this ride. I do like it when they combine rides with animal experiences. Lots of boats running around on this. And yeah, this is very picturesque. It's a beautiful park, this. Really impressed. This is quite a cool effect, isn't it? Like all the fountains going into the middle and then they just shut off as the boat gets closer towards them. Same with all the ones up there. That's the bridge what I walked over. I showed you a nice panning shot from up there a few minutes back. Yeah, very picturesque park. I'm impressed. Uh-oh. Hey, we got some capybara just here as well. I was feeding those when I was at Chessington yesterday. Make sure you check out the video here on the channel. How funny is that? An animal that I don't really know much about, and then I see them 2 days in a row. Oh, what's going on down there? Is that duck? Living the dream down there, aren't you, mate? Bit of animatronic action up there. Big python waterfalls as well. Oh, this is very atmospheric down here. Bit of smoke. These look interesting down here. Oh, water explosion. Zoomed in at the wrong time then, didn't I? Oh, crocodile there. I don't think that's real. Oh, I don't know. Realistic movements. Yeah, hey, up the squirting at us. Hello. Oh, he's going again. No. There's some interesting noises coming from inside this cave over here. Nice waterfall on the front, another one that's going to shut off as soon as we get over to it. There's a lot of effects in this park across the rides, but everything seems to be working. It's quite well maintained. I really like it. Sometimes you go to these parks and there's a lot of stuff what you can tell, oh, that used to do this or that used to do that. But here, everything seems to be really well looked after. Why am I a bit suspicious of this cave, like something's going to happen? Oh, the lighting's gone green. Interesting how the ceiling is soaked. Going to be a water blast here, maybe? Why would the ceiling be wet there? Oi! There we go. Called that one. You can just tell that with all the water dripping down. Thought something was going to happen. Awesome. Some mist effects down here at the end. They're not missing, it's mist effects. Poor joke, I know.
Regardez les poissons.
That was a lovely, enjoyable boat ride. I like the fact that you've got all the different animal exhibits all the way around it. Some good theming, special effects. Very good ride. And from one water ride to another. Very old water ride this. It was built in 1980. It's a Huracan log flume. So yeah, I've got the boat to myself on this one. Up we go on the lift hill. I think it's 2 drops from looking at it. Hey! Now these Huracan flumes can get you absolutely soaked. I've done a few of them, so let's see what we get. I like the ones that aren't just like a standard layout as well, like where there's a bit more to it on this. Bit of theming around the side. This is back in the Wild West themed area now, Far West. We're not at Portaventura, we are still here at Bellewaerde. Oh, this is quite nice theming. It's not the best quality rock work, but it's theming, isn't it? It's something to look at as you're going round. A few nice Wild West buildings. Yeah, it's a very good park. I just fallen in love with this place straight away. It's my sort of theme park, this. It's well spread out. Some of my favourite themes in this park as well. Like you can tell for me, like last week when me and Harry were in Germany and we went to Hansa Park, it was a good park, but I just didn't fall in love with it. It's not one of my favourites at all. Whereas this is the complete opposite. Like, it's got a good atmosphere. It's got the right themes for me. It's got some really good rides. I just really like this park. You can tell with me straight away if I've liked something or not. And yeah, with this place, ever since I walked in, I've been very impressed. It's just a nice range of stuff. And really, there isn't even like a massive signature coaster here. You know, there's only 4 coasters. 2 of them are junior. But you just got to think about the overall experience. Staff have been really friendly here as well. It's just a nice park with a good feel. Oh, there's a look back into Mexico. Huracan, yes, that's the unique flat ride that I want to go on. But it's the stunt show coming up soon, boy. Woo! Whoa! Yeah, you do get a little bit wet on that. And that was just with one person in the boat. Crazy. Yeah, it was good, that. Enjoyed it. That must have just counted as a small indoor drop there, I reckon, that one that there was. It's quite a short ride, but it's not a bad one. Transfer area down there. And there you go. Waited 10 minutes there for that nice old classic Huracan flume, and it was alright, that was. It had some good bits of theming around as well, some stuff to look at. Not the longest of rides, but it doesn't need to be. It had things going on to look at. And the fact that it was only a 10-minute queue on a hot day like this, really good. When I rocked up here this morning, I parked my car, I thought, oh, it's going to be busy, it's going to be full of school kids. And actually, it's not been too bad today. It's gave the park a bit of atmosphere. I think walking around any park when there's it's deserted, it's just a bit like, oh, should I be here sort of thing. However, when you've got a lot of people walking around in the sunshine, it just gives the park a nice atmosphere, and combined with some really good attractions what they've got here and friendly staff, good operations, it's just made for a really nice park day. Let's have a look at the map just here. Like I say, I'm just going to go over and watch the Lumberjack Festival stunt and dive show shortly. So it's actually on 3 times, it seems. That 4 o'clock show was definitely not there earlier on. That's appeared. I'm going to go and watch the 3 o'clock show. It's on for 25 minutes. So that starts in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to walk over to the arena, which is here. But yeah, looking over the map, I've pretty much done all the major attractions in the park now. Number one, which is over in the Canadian themed area. I need to go on that water ride. I'll do that towards the end, then I can get changed after before I drive down to the next park. Obviously I want to come back over to Mexico. I need to do this unique flat ride, the break dance as well, have another go on Huracan, maybe the Boomerang again. And yeah, like there's a few little bits of flats and stuff here and there, but I'm not too bothered if I don't get to do things like the chair swing, the pirate ship. It's all the same sort of stuff across all the parks, isn't it? For me, it's more the coasters, water rides, and anything that just looks a little bit different. Of course, dark rides, if they've got them. Don't think there is any more dark rides in this park. Obviously, they removed one of them to build Huracan inside that show building. But anyway, I'm going to go and watch the show. I'm not too sure if I'll be able to film it or not. I'd say there's a high chance with it being an outdoor show that I'll be able to, and you seem to be able to film anything you like in this park, which is great. So I'll head over there and hopefully I'll be able to put some highlights in over the next few minutes from the Lumberjack Festival. That show was really nicely put together. 25 minutes of action. Really liked how they split the audience up with a red side and a blue side, making it interactive. And the people who were acting in the show, they were like your representatives where you were sat. And it meant they did all sorts of challenges, like on the trampolines, and then ending with all the high dives. I've seen all that sort of stuff before, but it was very nicely put together and presented with all the Canadian theme in the bear cave. At the end, there was a bit of an explosion effect, and also like some air blasts underneath the seats. It looks like that venue's been recently refurbished, all the roof and speaker system and stuff. So they're spending money here, and it really is great to see. There's 90 minutes left to go until the end of the day. I've still got a few bits that I need to do, but I thought whilst I'm down this end, I'm going to brave it. I'm going to go on Niagara, this huge water ride. It opened in 1995, and it's a spill water that was built by Interlink. So yeah, we're going to get soaked on this. One thing I did forget to mention just from the show, what they gave me, a little bit of rock. Literally, when you walk out, it's like, yeah, have a piece of rock. So it's the tiniest piece ever, but it's a thought that counts, isn't it? So let's go and get absolutely soaked on this spill water. Yeah, honestly, like, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it now. I love a good soaking, love a good water ride. So here we go. Welcome to Niagara. Can't believe it. And in a few weeks, going to be at the real Niagara Falls in Canada. Also visiting Canada's Wonderland for the first time, so can't wait for that. So I'm on the third row in, sat right in the middle, so hopefully I'll avoid some of the soaking. Yeah. It's a really nice day for it today. There's Dawson Duel over there. All that steel. Gonna have another go on that actually whilst I'm down this end of the park before I head back down to the Mexican area. Go on Huracan again, do the Boomerang and do them couple of flats. I think there's 2 flat rides down there that I really want to do, and one of them is really quite unique. Some good views. It's a very nice park. They're so well presented. It's quite a big park and it's expanding, isn't it, with the water park? I found out that's opening July the 1st, I think it said on the poster. So not long to go.
Mama, ik hou van jou. Ik doe dat ook altijd.
Here we are, let's see what happens. It was a bags have to come on situation here as well, so let's see what happens. Yeah, I am dripping wet through. Luckily though, my shoes and socks are all right. Or I think so anyway. Great. That was good fun. That's a good water ride, that. Tell you what, they've got some really good solid water rides in this park. It's just a solid park all around. Really enjoyed it today. The Rapids was great earlier on. The Belgium flume, and then I've just done Niagara where I got absolutely soaked, but I've dried off in about 20 minutes. So I've just had 2 laps round over on Dawson Duel. I did each side again. It's a good fun ride, that. It's a nice family edition. And I've just walked past the pirate ship because I'm making my way down to the Mexican area to wrap up this last hour of the day. And look at this. Da, 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 da. They've got a Guinness World Record, there you go. For the longest marathon on a fairground / theme park attraction is 50 hours riding and was achieved by Sam, I'm not gonna pronounce that, I don't know how to, from Belgium, at Bellewaerde. There you go, on the 1st of May 2014. But how awesome is that? I assume it was on this very pirate ship just here. Looks like quite a good one, that, actually. Oh, I love it. But yeah, I'm going to make my way down to the Mexican area because there's 2 flats that I need to do down there. And also, I've only actually had 1 ride on the fantastic Huracan down there. That's a really good ride. So I'm going to have another go on that as well. So I thought I'll do everything down this end whilst I'm here. Then I can stay down there for the last, 52 minutes and 33 seconds of the day. Now, ever since I first saw one of these on the Huss website, I wanted to come and try one because I've never done one before. Look at this. It's a topple tower. That's the official name of this ride style. Look at this. Honestly, I've wanted to go on one of these for so long. Just look very strange, don't they? Like all the mechanics behind that. So I'm really glad this is open. This was one of the rides, if not the ride at this park, that I've been looking forward to the most and coming to see it. Oh, it's got that Huss manufacture plate on it. So yeah, let's go and have a ride. It's got a walk on queue. Yeah, let's go. Take you on with a GoPro. Footage there from my first ever ride on a Huss topple tower, and it didn't disappoint. I enjoyed that. It wasn't intense, it was just very relaxing. I like the way the whole system works, the fact that the gondola rises up a bit like an observation tower. Obviously you spin round and then it's tilt side to side and you continue to spin. Yeah, it was just something a bit different, that. I liked it. I've always wanted to try it ever since I saw it on the Huss website, and finally I've been here and I've been on that attraction. It just seems weird seeing it in person, to be honest. I'm glad that it opened up because I know it was down this morning when I was around this area. So yeah, I'm glad that I managed to have a go on it. It's not one of my favourite flat rides out there, but it's certainly something a bit more different. And you know me, I like to try out all these different flats and try something a bit more unique. It's, you know, there's a lot of break dances and stuff out there, top spins. As much as I love them, it's always good to try something a little bit different. Right, let's go then on the Huss breakdance, El Toro. Not an Intamin wooden coaster. Yeah. Hey. It's definitely the best theme one of these have been on. Let's see how it runs. Whoa. Well, it's got some kick to it. For a theme park version anyway. Obviously they're all the same. rides, whether you're on a fun fair or a theme park, but you ride these on the fairs, they tend to run these a lot better. Same with most flat rides though, isn't it? Oi! I do love Huss attractions. And now I can say that we've been to the manufacturing plant in Bremen in Germany. So me and Harry were in Germany last week. We drove down there and had a look at the outside of the factory. There was no one in, unfortunately. Woo. Oh, doesn't a Huracan look so good how it comes out the top of the building? Crazy how that used to be a dark ride. Woo! El Toro, another ride on Huracan. Well, that's probably going to be the end of the day here at Bellewaerde. What a day it's been. Action-packed vlog to start this series off. I do love the amount of different rides there is here. There's such a good variety across the park. I think that's key with here, and that's why I've enjoyed it so much. There's just so much different stuff, from your flat rides, water rides, coasters. Honestly, it's been wonderful, and I'll do a wrap up, of course, at the end of the vlog in a few minutes. But anyway, I'm just gonna have another ride on Huracan and also on Boomerang, because I've got about 10 minutes left. So I'm gonna get inside there, do that, straight into Boomerang before ride close at 5 PM. Then make my way up to the park exit, have a look around the gift shop, and wrap up my day here at the park. Than I was expecting there. I had a couple of goes round on Huracan and then managed to do the Boomerang as well. So yeah, pleased with that. Just entering in through the lion's mouth into the gift shop. Let's see what we've got merchandise wise. Straight away, spotted a nice mug there with some what, meerkats on. Bellewaerde. A lot of generic stuff in here, it seems. A lot of like plush toys and all that sort of stuff. Not much with the actual park on, I don't think. Oh, maybe a few bits of stationery items over here. Plastic cups, €6.50. They're quite nice, aren't they? Like a dream catcher on it. Get myself a nice new hat, replace this cap. Gonna need it, it's gonna get warmer. Gonna get warmer. An alpaca. And there's the mascot down here. I don't know his name actually. Comment below if you know his name. I'm sure there's someone watching this who does. Bellewaerde hat down there. Mugs with your initials on. Yeah, that's about it. Shame they don't really sign anything for Huracan. I might have got something with that on. But yeah, anyway, I'll make my way back into the car and we'll wrap up the vlog and I'll tell you where I'm going next. How nice is that house just there? I was just walking back to my car and I thought, look at that, maybe the owner lives there or did used to live there. There's a massive fence out the front of it, but just thought that'd be quite cool to put in the vlog. But there you go, that's the end of my day here at Bellewaerde. Highlights here, well, the whole park is wonderful. Like, there's nothing here that I've thought, oh, that's not great at all. I've just really enjoyed it. Some rides are obviously better than others. My favourite themed area is the Mexico area of the park. I love all that, mainly due to the building of Huracan, to be honest, and love how they converted an old dart ride into a dart coaster, which is really good. Like the onboard audio and everything with that is brilliant. So that's my favourite ride. Probably followed by Houdini, the Vekoma Madhouse. I enjoyed that. Dawson Duel, that sort of grew on me throughout the day. I had 4 rides on that, 4 rides on Huracan, done the 4 different coasters, all the 4s, isn't it? All the 4s for the rides. And in terms of the wait times, yeah, 10 minutes pretty much for a lot of the things. So it's been really good. I thought when I rocked up this morning, it's going to be busy. I'm going to be waiting for rides, but I've done lots of re-rides, seen everything I wanted to. I would have liked to have gone back to the train, but I just didn't get time, unfortunately. It's a park that I'll be coming back to, I'm sure. I'd like to do the water park. I've just seen the poster again. It is the 1st of July that this year that opens, and I'm sure they've got plans for a major coaster here in the future. So yeah, it's one to come back to. I've loved it today. You've seen it all throughout the day. It's been a good vlog to sort of kick off this road trip, and like I say, it's a bit of a spontaneous one because I'm sort of planning it as I go. I know I'm going to Europa Park, I know I'm going to Disneyland Paris, but what else happens is sort of, yeah, anything goes. So I've decided where I'm going next, and by the way, if you do want to get a bit of a preview as to where I'm going, follow me on social media over on all the theme park worldwide accounts. There's links down below. You'll get to know where we are going on this trip, and I say we, I know it's me, but it's the journey. I feel like you guys are all with me, and it's this big journey going to all these different parks. So up next, I'm driving about 2.5 hours back into France. Obviously I'm in Belgium at the moment, where I'm actually going to go to Park St. Paul. Pretty sure there's 7 different roller coasters there, including Wood Express, that I really want to get on. It's a gravity craft, one of them hybrid coasters with like the steel structure. So yeah, I'm obviously going to go and check that out, see all the rides at the park. And yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I'm going in like with a blindfold on again. Like, I just don't know what I'm going to see at that park. So yeah, another new park, 2 brand new parks in a row, and more to come on this trip. So I'm saying that like I know exactly where I'm going. I don't, but I've got a good idea. Anyway, I'm going to get the sat nav on, drive about 2.5 hours, and I'll see you all tomorrow at Park St. Paul, where we'll get on some more new rides. Thank you very much for watching another Theme Park Worldwide vlog, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you tomorrow.